Okay, we'll be working on Excel 2 Sports Day. So first thing they want you to do is make a blank worksheet. Then they want you to add 3 more sheets down at the bottom. And they want you to rename them. Renaming, you could either right click and go to rename, or easier, you could just click on it till it shows up and rename it. After that, it wants you to add a bunch of data in the football section, and I'll come back after I do that. Just a small tip, if you'd like, if you put in game 1 and then we put game 2 and you highlight them both and you get your mouse in that corner right here and it turns into this button, this is called an autofill, and it will try to calculate what you're wanting and it'll fill in what you want to do. So if I go down to 10, it'll count 10. Oh, you're gonna go to 11. It'll count that many and it'll go to game 10, and it's pretty nifty. Alright, so do pause the video if you need to, but get this data in, and then after that it wants us to adjust all the layers. It wants you to drag it. It wants you to go into the center and then eye it and drag it and follow the width until you get to 10. You could do that way, or what I would do is I would highlight the whole thing by clicking on the letter, go to format, column width, and then type in what they want you to do. And same with C to D. You could highlight the whole thing, then go to column width, and they all need to be 10. You want this to be 5. And they want this one to be 6. I just think that it's easier to do that instead of having to like drag it and go on and off of the right thing. Okay, now we're doing some basic formatting. First this wants us to highlight from here, from B1 to E1. Wants us to bold it and underline it. After that, it wants us to go to A2 to A13. It wants us to bold all of those. After that, it would like this one bolded and F13 bolded. Then it wants you to highlight cells B2 all the way to D11. So you will do this, and it wants you to center it. That will be this button right here. Then it wants you to highlight E2 to E11. Okay. I want you to click the launcher box on the alright, number category. Just click on number. Easy peasy. Also want us to use the 1000 separator, but make our decimal places 0. Then you should end up with this. After this, it wants us to go to B12 and enter the formula equals B2 to B11. After that, click enter, and also wants this on cell C12 and E12. On here you could still use this autofill feature that I showed before, and you could drag it over here and it'll automatically do it, but instead of B it'll be C12, and you could just delete the D one if you'd like. Now in cell B13 it'll like us to put in this long formula where it adds this with this and this and all that and divides it by 5. Oh, it wants us to just do a couple. Okay, well, we add the few it wants us to add, and then wants us to divide it by 5 to average it. Or there's also an average function inside of Excel, if you would like, but you might get into that later. But I'm going to put in these functions for question 13 and 14, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, Now for question 15, wants us to highlight from B12 to C13, and then it wants you to center it. After that, it wants you to go to E12 to E13, and it wants you to repeat step 6 and 7. That's where we centered it. Went in number formatting, click number, click that button, then click 0. After that, it wants to go to 17, and it wants us to center it. Alright, now it's getting a little fun. Wants to highlight B1 to C11, and then I want you to select the Insert tab. I want you to go to Line Chart and click Line with Markers over here. After that, click on the green button.
Now be sure to have the chart highlighted light green.
Okay, over here you're going to make sure that you do have the chart title and the axis titles. After that, you'll go over here, you'll double click or triple click until everything's highlighted, or you can click on it, then click Control A, and then it wants you to rename everything. Alright, after that, make sure that you have your chart selected. Then you want to go to Chart Tools under Design, then click Change Colors,
Split 2019 and make it budget 2019, but I didn't put it in years, so
then
it's budget 20.
choose whatever color you want. I'm just going to keep it how it is.
Now you can insert a little graphic.
Then you're going to go to Format, go to Add Border. For the border, you could click anything that you would like over here. I'm just going to click on this one, and then the book would like for us to drag it to right here. After this, go over to here, right click it, then click Insert. This will add a row above. After this, highlight cells A1 to E1, and then click Merge and Center. There are other options, but Merge and Center is the most used one and the default one. After this, change the sizing to 18 and choose a fill color. I'm going to choose that because I can, and then add a thick outside border. That'd be over here and right there. Now we will insert a relevant graphic through Online Pictures. Relevant graphic for us would be Excel, or you could do something sportsy if you'd like.
Hopefully you had no issues, and if you did, then hopefully you ask
Just gonna put this here.
to solve. Anyway,
After this, we will go to Insert, then Header and Footer. Click Go to Footer, then type in your name. Then Excel to space dash space football, and do your block number and your date. And then you should be done with that part after you click on normal view. Alright, this will conclude Excel 2 Part 1. Please go to Excel 2 Part 2 for the basketball. Thank you.